And now, your Precision 18 forecast. News 18. Weather from where you live.
Well, that potent core of low pressure continues to spin further off to the northeast of us, and as a result, we've seen a ton of rainfall these last 24 hours, prompting the National Weather Service to issue a flash flood watch for the entire viewing area that goes through 7 p.m. Eastern time. But the flooding shouldn't stop there. In fact, we could see the potential for at least localized flooding in some spots through tomorrow and possibly even into Wednesday. That's how much rainfall we've seen over these last 24 hours. Now, these are just radar estimated rainfall amounts, but here at the station, we've seen 1.9 inches of rainfall at WLFI since yesterday afternoon at this time. The rest of the southwestern portion of the viewing area, anywhere between 1.5 inches to 1.6 inches, but it's likely that those numbers are a little bit lower than the actual rainfall amount. It's being thrown off by the freezing rainfall that we had across the western and northern portions of the viewing area earlier on today. Now let's get an actual look at your precision tracker radar at this point. You can see that lifting northward, the scattered rainfall continues to push further off to the north, and it's all because of this core of low pressure now centralized over portions of central Missouri as well as western Illinois. That's moving further off to the northeast towards the Chicagoland area. Not only are we talking rainfall, but ice and snowfall. Some portions of the Chicagoland area catching more than 1/4 inch of ice earlier in the day today. Now dealing with rainfall there. The snow across parts of Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Plenty of snow there. And you go further off to the south, this is how large the scope of this storm is, affecting not only the southern and central portions of the Great Plains, but now the southeastern United States, where we're seeing severe storms across parts of the Florida Panhandle, parts of Alabama and Georgia as well. And that's still rolling eastward along with that cold front. Eventually that frontal boundary will pass across the viewing area, dropping temperatures, but as we go into the evening hours, we're likely going to see temperatures on the rise, and it's all because of this low pressure and its strength. The top of the rainfall, we saw wind gusts today well above average. In fact, wind gusts as high as 40-50 miles per hour across the region. A lot of cloud cover, a lot of rainfall, keeping temperatures relatively stable over these last few hours. That's why we're at 34 right now, Monticello, 36 Otterburn, a little bit warmer to the south, 38 in Kingman, 37 Ladoga at this hour. Here in Lafayette, a temperature 36 degrees, your high temperature for the day today, average high 35. We're currently sitting at that 36-degree temperature, likely headed towards the mid to low 40s in the coming hours. Notice those winds, still sustained wind speeds of 24 miles per hour. Saw a peak wind gust here in Lafayette earlier today, 41 miles per hour. Some portions saw a little bit higher than that, a 47 mile per hour wind gust in Peru, 41 Logansport, 40 mile per hour wind gust in Fowler. And that also has the National Weather Service issuing a wind advisory for the entire viewing area. That's through 7 p.m. Eastern time as well. Those winds eventually calming down as we get into the latter part of the forecast, all because this frontal boundary passes off to the north of us. The last of the rainfall likely exiting our northern counties around 10 p.m. or so. We then dry out. Winds still a bit breezy overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning, as once again temperatures will be on the rise. We've talked about the potential flooding. This is our snapshot forecast image sent in by Richard Beadle. This is Williamsport Falls. Normally just a trickle. Today, obviously, a little bit more than that. 40 degrees by 7 p.m., warming up to 43 by midnight. Likely your high temperature for the day tomorrow will be that 43-degree temperature, as temperatures should be on a decline throughout your Tuesday. We'll see mainly cloudy skies tomorrow. At least no rainfall. A little bit breezy, certainly cooler as the forecast moves on, with temperatures falling from that 43-degree mark down to around 29 degrees Tuesday night. And the Wednesday, a wave of moisture could bring not only some light rainfall, but the potential for a wintry mixture, maybe even some light dustings of snow come Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday evening, we fall to 27 degrees, 31 your high temperature on Thursday. Friday, a high temperature 25.
I've heard more than one person say today, well, at least it's not snow.
It's not snow, but still, a lot of that flooding, if anyone comes across any roadways covered with water, just remember to travel carefully at least these next couple of days.
Turn around. All right, thanks, Kim.
Just ahead, the Iraqi